Hello everyone, I'm Residio, the VTuber that if he had a power, it would be procrastination. You see, the Dispatch devs held a fun contest, where every kind of media was accepted as content for the fan contest. Usually it's only drawings and whatnot, but this time any kind of media was accepted, as long as it was originally made and not made with generative AI. So I wanted to participate. For the longest time I didn't know how. I originally wanted to write about my Dispatch OC, but the idea just didn't get to me, you know? As much as I tried, I wasn't able to participate for the longest time until the literal last day, where I finally decided, you know what? I'm a voice actor, let me voice act. So I decided to voice act my own OC and submit that for the competition. This is what I sent to them. Just keep in mind that the only thing I added was the video itself and the background music. With that said, enjoy the show. Welcome to my office. Please, take a seat. Okay, first of all, what's your name and age? My name is the Calculator. I don't really have an age or whatnot, but judging by the muscularity and the overall build of my body, I believe it should be in the 30s, or at least in that range. Okay. Then why should we hire you? Do you have any specialties? I think I would be an incredible asset for VSTN. After all, I can do thousands of calculations on the spot. If you give me enough time, I can calculate at what angle, at what speed, at what force you need to throw an object to create a chain of reaction in order to knock out several villains, or even to rescue as many civilians as possible. If it's mathematically possible to rescue someone, I will make sure everyone gets out alive. Okay, and then the big one. Why do you want to help people? Well, because doing good is natural, is the logical thing to do. After all, breaking the law just lands you into trouble with the police, with the community. No, I don't care about objective reasons like doing good. I mean, why do you want to be a hero with us? I mean, why would you want to potentially get screwed over in life and have every loved one in constant danger? Or have a possibility to die on the spot when we send you? After all, the world is full of incredibly dangerous villains. Just look at the damage that the Red Ring did to the city a little time ago. So, why would you want to be a hero? Why do you want to help people? 1 minus 1 equals 0. I'm sorry, what? It's the formula of unhappiness, of sadness, if you will. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Okay, then please elaborate. I don't really do emotions. I lack a brain to have the chemical reactions in order to feel things, you know? Before I arrived to the calculations for most of the emotions I got, I was living life, well, not really living, I was going through it. I think I was a faulty computer or something like that, or at least an unfinished product, because I didn't really have any emotion. My processor was not rigged in the right way to arrive to emotions, you know? So I didn't feel any. I had to arrive to the mathematical equations in order to achieve emotions. Like, for example, 1 divided by 2 equals 2. 1 ice cream divided by 2 people equals 2 people happy. That's the formula of happiness. It happened when I was patrolling as an independent hero. You see, I have to eat too. After all, my mechanical part of the body doesn't require sustenance. I still have an organic body to feed and to maintain. So I decided to get an ice cream, but there was a kid that day. He just got an ice cream as well, but in blindly running around, happy to have his own little ice cream, he tripped, and he fell, destroying it. It was uneatable at that point, and he was crying. I didn't really get crying, you know? Still didn't get the sadness factor in me, the sadness equation. So instead, I wanted to make him stop crying. It was annoying, sincerely. I don't need an annoyance formula to get annoyed. So I bought him another ice cream and shared it with him. He immediately stopped. He was really happy. Even for a moment offered me to play with his little toy cars that he brought from home with his parents. It was pleasant. He was so happy, so smiling, so full of life. It was incredible. I couldn't help myself but be more serene with this whole situation, and my day got better. That's how I arrived there. And that's how I arrived to my formula. The formula of happiness. And, you know, as I said, my motivation for helping people is, at least initially, it was because it's the only thing you can do correct. Helping people, improving the world you live in, and making sure that the others view you positively, it's the only way to effectively live without any compromises down the line, you know? And I didn't really have a personal reason. That's until I got into a flaming building. Precisely, it was 3 months ago. I don't know if you know about it. Yeah, it was a mess. I was nearby, so I was able to initiate rescue. I was able to bring out of a flaming hellhole at least 3 families, and even 2 independent people that lived in their own apartments. But there was this one kid. She was the only person in the house. The others, her parents, were away from work. She was going towards me, and she was trembling. She was very weak. I think she inhaled a lot of harmful gases before I got to her. And suddenly the roof started to collapse. I, on the spot, was able to calculate a trajectory to make sure she wasn't hit directly. And so I acted. But even though I redirected the roof off of her, the roof then collapsed on the floor, and I didn't calculate the fact that the floor, with all that sudden weight, with the flaming that also weakened the structure, would have given away too, and she collapsed. Hit her head first. If I was given 1 more second, I could have done the appropriate calculation. Given that little nudge of force to properly redistribute the weight, I've redone that calculation over and over again. And I know I could have saved her. But I didn't get the right calculation at the time. I made a choice. One choice that impacted that one life. And then there wasn't a life anymore. The little kid was just laying there, motionless. I tried to save her. I tried to get away from the building, but She died on the spot, on the fall. And when I brought her away, her parents in the meantime were on the scene. Apparently, they either got called from work because of the flames, or they were returning from work after, their turn. And when I brought her to them, they started crying. They started calling her name over and over. They tried everything, and they were begging Visser to do something to save the little girls that was just laying there. I then arrived at the calculation, and I cannot shed tears. I lack the eyes to do that. And my cameras don't really have any kind of water in it. But I think that if I could cry, I would have did then, because I fell to my knees at the realization that the little girl was not going to move anymore, or to feel anymore, or to speak anymore to anyone ever again. I didn't really start this hero business, this hero activity more, because it was the right thing to do. As I said, it's the logical thing to do. It's the thing that creates you more benefits. But after failing to save her that day, after seeing what I could have done if I was a better hero, a better person, I arrived to the conclusion then that no one should live in a world where this equation is the normality. I want to save every person I can. I am limited by my own resources. I can go around town, I can go with my work and multitask between work days and hero days, that's how I did in the past year. But working for the SDN, being able to have a budget to go and save people, that would mean that I'm more frequently where the danger is, and I'm more frequently able to save people. I need to save people. I don't want to make any more lives subtracted from this wondrous life. I think everyone deserves a chance to live it. I think I heard enough, and I think my boss would want someone like you to be able to help as many people as you can. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard, calculator. Do you have any legal name, like, I don't know, Jack or something like that? Or do you go as legally the calculator? I don't really have a name, but I guess that you can call me Nathaniel. Wait, Nathaniel, like Nathaniel, but... Yeah, but with meth. I think I'll call you calculator. Okay.